A successful business is a business that stays ahead of trends and technologies. The ability to modify existing assets to meet the needs of the future is a necessity. Along these lines at the Port of Los Angeles, several container terminal operators are actually growing their cranes to reach new heights. Innovation is a key factor in the maritime industry, especially innovative ways to save fuel costs and reap more environmental benefits. A new generation of container ships with capacities of some 14,000 TEUs provides such cost benefits to shipping lines. Bigger ships often mean fewer port calls, but to efficiently service these ships, bigger cranes are necessary to reach containers stacked up to 9 high on deck. The process of raising a crane is quite an engineering feat. This takes several weeks of planning and testing and is not without its safety risks. First, a crane's age, usage, expected residual life, electrical power systems, and structural integrity are all evaluated. Next, the crane's capability to service the next generation of container ships is assessed. The cost of raising the crane is factored in, and if raising a crane makes more financial sense than purchasing a new crane, then the real work begins.
Two things that we look at: the life of the crane, the age of the crane. If it's 8-10 years old, like in Los Angeles, it's an easy decision, 1.2 to 1.5 to modify each crane versus a purchase of one of $10 to $14 million. So it was a very simple decision for us. $14 million of modification versus for 10 cranes versus one crane purchase of $14 million.
Once the seismic interaction is complete and approved, the crane is ready to be raised.
Seismic interaction study is a study that we do to determine what is the interaction between the crane and the wharf during a seismic event. It's important to do this because of the heavy loads that the crane exerts onto the wharf. Once the seismic interaction study is complete and approved, the crane is ready to be raised. The modification or lifting process itself only takes a few hours. The crane is raised up equally on each corner to prevent additional stresses on any of its supports. Due to safety concerns, once the raising has begun, it must be completed in the same day and cannot be stopped or delayed. The extensions are put into place and secured, they're welded, and the jacks are removed.
Without the Port of LA's backland improvements, the crane raise would have done nothing for us, okay? Because we weren't able to take it off the ship and put it somewhere in the yard. So the raising of the cranes in conjunction with the improvements that the port's doing for us in our backland allows us to make this financial decision.
Raising cranes not only accommodates the new larger container ships, but more importantly, ensures that goods are delivered to the marketplace in the most cost-efficient and environmentally friendly way. With their newly raised cranes, terminal operators are reaching new heights of efficiency at the Port of Los Angeles.